I think it's the big first domino to fall. And as far as the other pitchers that are involved behind them, the other free agents, I think they can't wait to bring stuff to their teams that they're interested in and say, hey, listen, I want to piggyback on this $140 million contract.
Matt Yaloff here with the MLB.com Fastcast. The Nationals land the top starting pitcher on the free agent market, agreeing to a 6-year, $140 million deal with lefty Patrick Corbin. He's coming off of a great year, an all-star campaign, while posting a career-best 3.15 ERA. He joins a Nats rotation that includes 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer and 3-time All-Star Steven Strasburg. MLB Network insider John Heyman talked about how the deal came together.
Well, the Nationals obviously stepped forward with the big deal, $140 million. We know the Yankees were at $100 million for 5 years. The Phillies were at 5 years also. They might have been a little bit higher than the Yankees, maybe not much. New York may have gone a little bit higher if they were the choice, but obviously $140 million. Patrick Corbin obviously had a fantastic season last year. Big on the strikeouts, big on the velo, obviously has a great slider. Going into last year, he had a 4.12 ERA, 760 OPS against. Nobody would have guessed that he would have been the top free agent pitcher this year.
Robinson Cano is one of the best second basemen in the history of the game. He immediately will impact the middle of our lineup and increase the run production in a meaningful and significant way. Edwin is the best closer in the game today. He will be the anchor of our bullpen, and he will electrify our fan base.
Yeah, the Mets welcome their 2 new All-Stars today. Robinson Cano and Edwin Diaz put on their new uniforms for the very first time. Cano, who spent his first 9 years in New York, he was playing for the Yankees, is glad to be back in the Big Apple.
Happy, I would say blessed, be able that wear this uniform, franchise, history, all the legends, great players, been through this organization and the history. And also happy to be back in New York. And just can't wait for the season to start and be able to go out there and perform and help the teams to win the World Series.
Meanwhile, Diaz, who led all of MLB with 57 saves last year, is ready to lead the Mets to the postseason and beyond.
Great history in the Mets, so I'm excited to start the season. I came here to win, and to the Mets fans, we came here to win and try to reach the World Series and get the ring.
The Astros addressed their void behind the plate, agreeing to a deal with former Rangers catcher Robinson Chirinos. The deal is for 1 year, according to Astros MLB.com reporter Brian McTaggart. Chirinos has reached double figures in home runs in 4 of the last 5 seasons. With the winter meetings less than 1 week away, the pursuit of former NL MVP Bryce Harper seems to be taking shape. According to reports, the Dodgers, Phillies, White Sox, and Yankees have already met or plan to meet with the outfielder in the coming days. MLB Network insider Ken Rosenthal has some ideas on how LA could land Harper.
We'll see if the Dodgers play big on Harper. Remember, they are under the luxury tax threshold. They have the room, at least from a financial sense, to do this. I think he wants to beat Stanton, even though Stanton wasn't a free agent deal. That's the standard right now. But if he can't get that, and I discussed this yesterday, what if the Dodgers could get him on, say, a 4-year, $150 million deal with opt-outs after year 1 and year 2? Would that be realistic for them? Perhaps it would.
For more on these stories and complete hot stove coverage, keep it locked to MLB.com. It's baseball everywhere.